Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Collecting Nolan. This is Russ, and it's that time of the week where we take a look at the highest selling Nolan Ryan cards on eBay. So let's go ahead and get started.
Honorable mention. So before we get into our top 10 countdown, I'll sometimes show some honorable mention cards that I come across while I'm make the weekly videos that I think are just worth mentioning or just fall short of the top 10. It may not happen every week, but this week it did. When I saw this card, I felt obligated to incorporate it into the list, even though it didn't quite sell high enough for the top 10. This is the 2017 Topps Dynasty Autograph Patch, numbered 10 out of 10, and a PSA 10 that sold for $950. This card is exceptional. The patch is cool, and the Ryan autograph is prominent, crisp, and in blue ink. This copy is the only PSA graded copy. I think whoever got this card for $950 got it for a steal.
Number 10
is the 2024 Topps Triple Threads 1 of 1 Nolan Ryan, Reggie Jackson, and Mike Trout patch auto that sold for $1,040. What a fantastic card. 2 Angels Legends and a current star all in one card. Despite Trout's recent injuries and decline, I think he will be remembered as one of the best in his era, probably along the lines of Ken Griffey Jr. and perhaps even as highly regarded as Mickey Mantle. Although this card appears to have a sticker autos, I don't think it detracts from its overall attractiveness. 2024 Topps Triple Threads was released on December 19th in hobby boxes that contain 2 packs of 7 cards that cost $450. Each pack contains 3 base cards, 1 short printed card, 1 parallel numbered card to 199 or less, 1 relic card numbered to 36 or fewer, and either an autograph or autographed relic numbered to 99 or fewer. I guess this card falls into the last category.
Number 9
is the 1970 Topps number 712 base card and a PSA 8 that sold for $1,237.03. This card is a stalwart contributor to this list, probably on a weekly basis. There are 923 PSA 8 versions of this card, 131 PSA 9s, and only 3 PSA 10s. Just so you guys know, eBay has started incorporating the PSA population in eBay sales information. Although it's not on every sale of a PSA graded card, it is on a lot of them, and to view it, you just have to click on the Check PSA Data link in the description. That's a pretty nifty tool. So this card is an older flip, but it still looks amazing. Previous PSA 8 versions of this card have sold for between $950 and $1,428.
Number 8
is the 2012 Topps Allen & Ginter Nolan Ryan framed autograph short print and a PSA 9 that sold for $1,482.57. There are only 2 PSA graded copies of this card. The other graded card is a PSA 8. 2012 Topps Allen & Ginter was released on July 11th, 2012, and is noted because it is the first set in which you could get a Bryce Harper rookie card. Hobby packs were distributed in boxes of 24 packs with 8 cards in a pack. If the pack had a card like this in it, then there would only be 7 cards in the pack. Nolan had a total of 11 different types of cards in this set, including one of the 350 base cards, the mini exclusive, which came in a rip card, a framed cloth card, which was numbered to 10, what's in the name card, a baseball highlight sketches card, a rip card, an artist original 1 of 1 sketch card embedded inside of a rip card, a framed relic card, and two 1 of 1 book cards, one with Yu Darvish, one with Bob Gibson, and finally a framed autograph, which is this card. A red ink version of this card could also be found in rip cards and was hand numbered to 10 copies.
Number 7
is the 2024 Topps Transcendent 1960 design Superfractor autograph 1 of 1 that sold for $1,822. Has there ever been a card for you where when you see it, you absolutely want to have it? This card checks that box for me. The colors just jive real well for me. The autograph is prominent and crisp, and it is just an absolutely beautiful card. 2024 Topps Transcendent was just released last week. Each box of Transcendent contains 8 packs of 4 cards, plus 10 additional cards.
Number 6
is the 1975 Topps number 500 base card and a PSA 8.5 that sold for $1,850. The 1975 Topps base card is definitely one of my favorite Nolan cards of all time. It is notoriously tough to get centered and probably even tougher to get without fisheyes and other printing defects. This card looks absolutely amazing. There are 52 PSA 8.5 copies of this card out there and only 91 with higher grades. A previous PSA 8.5 version of this card sold on eBay in November of last year for $1,864.25.
Number 5.
Is the 1968 O-Pee-Chee, Jerry Gooseman, and Nolan Ryan number 177 rookie card that sold for $2,324. I believe this is the second week in a row where an O-Pee-Chee rookie has graced the show with its presence. Remember, O-Pee-Chees are much rarer than their Topps counterparts. This card has a miscut qualifier, and if you look at the left part of the card, you can see why. Just look at how different the grain of the cards differ across cards. There are 3 PSA 4s with the miscut qualifier, 32 PSA 4s in general, and only 104 cards higher. No recent sales of an O-Pee-Chee PSA 4 have been found. An O-Pee-Chee and a BVG 5 sold for $3,050 last week, and a PSA 2 sold for $2,553 last week as well. I definitely will be adding an O-Pee-Chee to my collection someday.
Number 4.
Is the 1973 Topps Pinups and a PSA 1 that sold for $2,400. All I can say for this card is, wow. As a Nolan Ryan collector, I can tell you this is one of the tougher cards to get, and it's just incredible. There are only 20 PSA graded copies of this card in existence, and 16 higher than a PSA 1. There are no PSA 10s, only 1 PSA 9, and surprisingly, 7 PSA 8s. The 1973 Pinups are one of the 2 24-card test issues, along with the 1973 comics that occurred that year. All pinups have a thick white border, a very thin paper stock, a facsimile autograph, and no team logos because they were not MLB licensed. Other notable players in this set include Hank Aaron, Johnny Bench, Reggie Jackson, Steve Carlton, Harmon Killebrew, Willie McCovey, Gaylord Perry, Brooks Robinson, Tom Seaver, Willie Stargell, and Carl Yastrzemski. This is such a cool and iconic rare card.
Number 3.
Is the 2024 Topps Triple Threads Deca Pictures Auto Relic Combo Booklet that sold for $2,505. Variations of this booklet have been on this list for the past 3 weeks. This exact version sold for $1,800 2 weeks ago.
Number 2.
Is the 1991 Upper Deck number SP2 Ricky Henderson and Nolan Ryan dual autograph card and a Gem Mint PSA 10 and an Auto 10 that sold for $3,305. There's only 6 PSA 10s of this card out there. I'm not sure what that means on the PSA Pop list. Does that mean that there's only 6 of these dual autographs in both a 10, or is it just the card in general without the autographs that has a gem with a 10 with a Gem Mint 10 status? Not sure. A PSA 9 Auto 10 of the card sold back in December for $650, and an ungraded dual auto card sold for $388.50 in December as well. What do you guys think? Did they overpay for this card?
And finally, number 1.
Is the 1968 Topps number 177 Jerry Koosman and Nolan Ryan rookie card and a PSA 8 that sold for $8,556. There are 757 PSA 8s out there and only 202 higher. In total, there are 17,366 PSA graded copies of the Topps rookie card, with most being in the PSA 4 to PSA 6 range. I couldn't find any recent eBay sales of a PSA 8. However, recent auctions on auction sites have been between $7,320 in August of 2024 and $12,000 in February of 2024. Well, guys, that wraps it up for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe if you did. Please leave a comment about some of the questions I asked or about your favorite card. And I'll see you at the next one. Thanks. Bye.